What is the checklist for selling online on a WordPress website? Well, I just got off a Zoom call with a client who is getting their WooCommerce WordPress website set up. We're doing it for them. And they asked me what was the checklist of items that need to be done in order to go live and start selling products. So I figured I'd make a video about it because there might be other people out there wondering what needs to be done in order to get to a point where you can actually successfully start selling products online on a WordPress website. So here's the checklist. So obviously you're going to need a WordPress website. That's the first step. But let's say you already have a WordPress website, but you want to start selling off of it. So we'll start from there. So we're going to use WooCommerce. WooCommerce is the most popular plugin for selling products on WordPress. It was actually developed by the team that built WordPress. So it works really, really well. So we're going to put that WooCommerce in there. Then we need a processor. So processing is taking payments, a credit card processor. You may be familiar with a bunch of different ones out there. The ones that work super easily and seamlessly with WooCommerce and WordPress are the PayPals, the Squares. Those ones work really well. You're going to pay a little bit higher price for them. You can also get set up with some other processors out there. There's like Heartland and NMI, things like that. These are processors that do major volume that big retailers use, and you're going to be able to save some money on your processing if you get set up with them. There's going to be more work to get it set up, and you're going to have to do a lot of security and fraud protection and things like that. It's usually for bigger retailers. So if you're a smaller retailer and you're doing less than a certain amount of volume, you're going to want to go with an easy PayPal, Square type of thing. If you're doing a lot of volume, you can save a lot of money. It's worth it. You maybe have somebody on your team who's dedicated to doing it, or you hire a professional web developer like myself who's there to help make sure that everything goes smoothly. Then getting one of those other processors might make sense. So we're going to need a processor. Then we're going to need to set up our products. So you want to have a nice photo of your products. You want to get a really good photo. You want to have some light boxes, take a nice clean photo on a white background. That usually looks the best. One of the biggest rules of e-commerce is that photography sells products. So better photography, better sales. I want to make sure you have good photos. Then we need a product description. You need to describe your product really well. You need to have at least 300 to 500 words, ideally. Now, if you just have a little snippet that's like 80 words, that's fine. But ideally, we do a longer form description. You can do a little short description, and then you can do a long description. There's two places to put a description on a WordPress product area. And so you want to have that. You don't want to just copy and paste from the manufacturer. You really want to have a well-written description that you custom write yourself. That's better. That's more ideal for SEO and for your overall performance. And then we need to have the price. Obviously, we need to come up with the price of our products. And then very importantly, we need to figure out what our shipping is going to be. So when it comes to shipping, there's a couple different options. You could offer free shipping and enroll the shipping costs into the product. That's one of the ways that make it more attractive to shop your products. It's the same thing. You're going to pay for the shipping. You're going to pay $15 to ship something to Florida. Let's say that $15, you roll that into the product price. So some people do that. The other thing to do is to offer a discount or a break on pricing. So if someone spends $150 on your website, they get free shipping. They spend $75, they get 50% off shipping, whatever, something like that. And that can all be done in WooCommerce under the shipping area. The other way to look at shipping is you can do flat shipping. So you can do flat rates. So let's say Florida is $20. California is $15. Nebraska is $12. So you can set flat rates per state. And it has to be done per state, and it's based on the zip code. So when the customer puts a zip code in, it will automatically pull up that rate. So that's another way to do it. And then there's calculators. So this is the more challenging way to set it up. It requires a lot more monitoring and making sure it's done right. But the calculator will automatically calculate the shipping cost based on the current markets to the customer's location, and it will do it on every single transaction. So every single time a customer comes in, it's going to recalculate a new shipping price based on what the current rates are. Some retailers like that, and definitely bigger retailers, this is going to again be like the processor. So if you're a really big retailer, you may want to go with the calculator, and you've got a dedicated team. You've got the budget to hire somebody to be dedicated to make sure that's working properly all the time and is accurate. But if you don't, if you're a smaller team, you don't want to hassle with it, you don't want the headache, I recommend doing the flat rate. Flat rate works really good, or just roll the shipping into your cost. So either one of those two options are going to be a lot less headache than the calculator, which is actively trying to figure out shipping rates. So that's what you need to get on and start selling. Hopefully this is a helpful checklist. If you need help with a developer to get your WordPress website set up properly, I'm a professional. I've been doing it for 15 years, been running my company for 10 years, SkyPoint Studios. We would love to help you start making sales online. And thank you so much for watching my videos, as always, like I say, and I will catch you on the next one.